Yeah, g'day guys, welcome back. Still up in Airlie Beach. I'm actually I'm back at the same spot where I was in a previous video where I was here at high tide. I did say in that video that I really wanted to come back at low tide. So clearly, looking around, we got low tide now. And the reason why I wanted to come back is because I said I really want to walk out across this rubble, across this sand, to try and get out to the edge of the reef where it drops off into the deeper water. Hopefully come across a few bigger fish, potentially a couple of trout. I'm really hoping for that. So I'm just going to walk out here as the tide is still dropping, about another half an hour to dead low. So I don't think I'll be able to get out right to the edge, but I'll certainly get out maybe 2/3 of the way, and then I'll flick across sort of that drop off where that reef drops off into that deeper water. And that's where I'm hoping to catch a better fish. So the other day, it was a lot worse conditions too. It was sort of like 20 knots northerly. Today is a southeasterly, and it's like 12 knots. So the conditions should be a lot better as well. So really keen to try my little method here that, you know, came at high tide, did it right, got a couple of tuskies, a cod, a little jack up in that creek over there, a little GT, a little queenie, but really trying to get a few of the more reefy demersal fish across the top of that sort of drop-off, around that drop-off. So where I'm walking at the moment is on the sand in between the seagrass and little bits of coral, and the tide is still dropping, so I'm happy about that. I'll be able to walk out a little bit further over the next hour or half an hour as the tide drops a little bit more, but gonna see how we go. Hopefully get a couple of fish. Using the Atomic semi-hard minnow again, the little 60-65 mil sinking stick bait. I'm working across the top, but like I said, when I pause it, it does sink, so I can work at subsurface if need be. But nice little offering, only 60 mil long or 65 mil long, but plenty of weight to be able to cast it out as far as I possibly can. It's probably the furthest thing I'll be able to cast from my tackle box. So really is starting to get a little bit deeper here. So I'm going to pull up here and start fishing. Wish me luck. First cast. It's really still. That's nice. Barely any wind at all, so that's pretty cool. It's helpful anyway. A lot nicer conditions than the other day. I'll still be happy with a queenie or a GT, something like that, but yeah, I'd love a little trout. See how I'm meandering that lure? Walk the dog across the top of this reef. This is a beautiful spot. Jesus, nice here. Came straight after my course today because I knew the tides were aligning perfectly for a low tide late afternoon here. Now it's not a massive low of like the 0.2, 0.3 I really wanted to fish here when it was super low like that. It's certainly not that low today, but it's low nonetheless. It's a bit of a higher low, if that makes sense. Ideally would love a lot less water here, so I'll be able to walk out even further. Oh, yep. What have I got? Little bluey? Little bluey right there. Jeez, he hit hard, but look at that little guy. Oh, me pliers. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and get him. Might be able to get that out. Check him out. So little, So feisty. He ate it right there, a few meters away from me on the top. That's pretty cool though. Those beautiful blue teeth and that beautiful blue eye. Gorgeous fish. Oh, perfect, that fell out. Might have to go get it for next time, but yeah. Didn't take long. Beautiful little fish. Small, but I'll take it. See you, buddy. Oh, something chopping up right over here. Chopping up. Oh, yep, he's having a go. Oh, come on, eat it. Oh, just missed it. Yes, got it. Whoa, what do we got? Queenie? Or a little GT? They were chopping, and I threw right into that commotion, and on cue, he ate it. Little banger. Check him out. Just a little fella. Geez, I'm really gonna probably have to go get them pliers, eh? That's what you do. You look out for little cues like that, and someone was chopping, threw it right in there. He had a couple little swipes, and he nailed it. Pretty cool. Little GT. To think they get over 40, 50 kilos out at the reef, and you get a little junior burger like that, just about 200 grams, 300 grams. You got a lot of growing to do, buddy. But thank you for dancing. See you later. As you were. Oh, yep. Oh, geez, it had me in the reef, but I got him. Probably a cod, I'd say. Oh, little bluey, tusky. What do we got? What is this? Oh, there is a tusky on there. I was just looking at the weed thinking flounder, stonefish, but nah, little tusky on there. Hey, mate. Little guy. Oh, I should be able to get that hook out without getting a hook in my hand like the old man did. It's exactly what I told the old man not to do the other day. Get the pliers, make sure, there we go. Good. If it was a much bigger fish, I'd certainly be getting the pliers, but little guys, you can sort of manhandle them a little bit. Couple of tuskies now, a couple of trevally. Still want that elusive trout, and could go a stripey or something like that. Everything's going back today anyway, because I'm up here still doing my course. I can't really cook a fish. But I really would love a trout. Just to say I've caught one here land-based. Hopefully prove myself right that they're here on this drop-off. They've got to be. Yep. Oh, I forgot my flies again. What do we got? Another bluey. Little bluey. Whee! Thanks, mate. Nice release. Didn't have me pliers on me again, so been lucky so far. A few fish. Haven't had to use the pliers, and a few have just got off just before I've landed them, so that's been helpful. As long as I get to see them, I'm happy. So I know what they are. Nothing worse than losing a fish before you know what it is. Always wondering. That was a little bluey again. Oh, what do we got? It was a bit bigger. Oh, it was a bit bigger. Oh, it's definitely bigger. Oh, bit of drag. What do we got? Oh, is it a trout? It's a trout. It is a little coral trout. That is what I came here for. That is what I came here for. Oh yeah. On the top. It might even be illegal too, but he's going back. That is cool. beautiful fish. That is why I came here. I wanted a trout and I got one. Nah, he wouldn't even be legal, but he'd be high 30s, but not 38, he'd be 36. Oh, such a pretty fish. Such a pretty fish. Oh, he'd be close, you know, but he's gonna go home anyway. Look at that fish. I'm pumped with that. That is why I came. That is why I came. Coral trout on the atomic semi-hard minnow on top water. What a release, eh? Oh, yes. Beautiful. I am stoked with that. I knew there'd be a trout here and I got one. I'm bloody pumped. Couple of blueies, couple of little trevally, and now a coral trout. Coral trout land-based on top water. That is cool. And geez, he hit hard too. I actually had the camera turned off when he hit, so I had to turn on the camera again when I was fighting him. But that's special. Oh, yep. Oh, might have a little trout again. No? Another bluey. Oh, geez, they hit hard, that one. Got me in the reef too a little bit and I got him out. It is pretty. Pretty. How are you? Hey? Thanks for that. I am living a bit dangerously here without having pliers. I should just go and get him, eh? There we go. Jeez, I've been fortunate of releasing these fish. Whew. Thought I might have had a trout then. Hit harder. And he sort of had his nose in the weed there for a bit, in the reefy weed, in the soft corals. Got trout on the brain now. So I'm working this little stick bait, okay? Subsurface stick bait. Squishy material, so it's solid rubber, okay? So the fish come back and have another go for the most part, but I'm pegging it out as far as I can, and I'm giving the rod a twitch with every quarter of the turn of my reel. So you'll see that I'm working that quite fast. I'm actually got that tuned into a twitch every quarter turn on my 4,000 reel here. So it's walking, meandering across the top of the water. That is the action I'm imparting on this lure. If I go a bit slower, it'll go down a little bit deeper in the water column. But I don't really want to do that. It's shallow enough, the fish will come up from the water they're in and grab it off the top anyway, without risk of snagging up. Which may happen if I slow my retrieve down and went deeper. Another bluey. Another pretty little bluey. All right. Water is well and truly coming in now, so I'm going to have to retreat to shallower waters, which probably means the end of the reasonable fishing out in that deeper water. Literally walking back to the shore, and I put a cast between me and the shore and I've hooked up. Did not expect to hook up, but it's not very big. I'd say it's another little bluey. Another little bluey. How awesome though. Such a beautiful spot here in Airlie Beach in the Whitsundays. Catching little reefies, land-based on top water. It doesn't get much better. You know, Walked a couple of Ks into this spot. Like I said, most of the fishing I'm doing on Luke's Fishing Mission is accessible to a lot of people. I do a bit of fishing in my tinny, and it's only a 4.4 Renegade, so it's not a big boat, so I don't go out too far. Stay to the inshore stuff. But a lot of stuff I do is actually land-based, which anyone can do with a little bit of a sense of adventure. You just got to get out there, get amongst it, get out of your comfort zone and give it a crack. I mean, this is such a beautiful location. I just found it on Google Earth. Came here, high tide, caught a few fish, but had a plan to go at low tide to see if I can get out a little bit deeper and catch a trout. And I'm happy to say I achieved that today. I came out here, it was low tide, tide was perfect for after the course today, and got a bunch of these little blueies, a couple little GTs, and a coral trout that would have been bordering on legal, but I did not care that it might have been just undersized. I wasn't keeping him anyway. My plan was to walk out a bit deeper, catch a coral trout where it dropped off into that deeper water, just to know that they were there, and I did it. So I am just stoked with that. But that little bluey there is the last one of the day. I'm gonna make it tracks, head in, have a feed and have a beer. Cheers for watching, guys. See you next time. Don't forget to subscribe.